What up? I'm Chris Craig, O'Brien team rider, and we're gonna teach you how to wake surf. This is the O'Brien Alias 5-foot surfer, which is also made in a 4.5-foot board. And depending on your height and weight and your ability, that'll determine what board to use. So the bigger people and beginners will probably want to use a bigger board. And then if you've done this once or twice, the little board's a little more fun. You can do a little bit more with it, surface slides and whatnot. Probably the first thing you want to know is to not do this behind an inboard-outboard boat or any boat that has a motor in the back. You might lose a limb. So you want to do it behind like a tournament-style boat where the prop's way underneath the boat and out of the way. So for wake surfing, you want to have a lot of weight on one side of the boat or the other, depending on if you're left or right foot forward. So if you're left foot forward, you want to put a lot of weight on the left-hand side of the boat, and then that'll give you a good curl to ride on. Your rope length wants to be probably about 15 feet or so, depending on different boats and whatnot and how big your surf wake is. But you want to be pretty close to the back of the boat. Well, there's a couple different ways to get up on a wake surfer. Probably the easiest way to learn is to lay on your back in the water and place your heels on the board. And then once the boat starts to pick up all the line, the slack in the line, you're going to want to push down on your heels, and then that'll bring the board up against your feet and the water pressure will hold it there. And then when you're ready to go, say hit it, and then you're going to stay tucked in a ball until the boat pulls you up all the way out of the water. And once you're up on top of the board, you stand up. The other way to do it is to stand on top of the board and have it underneath your body in the water. And then once the boat starts to go, you can lean back just a little bit, and then your board will kind of raise up and out of the water. As soon as you get up, you're going to want to get on your heels to get outside the wake. Once the boat is up to speed, you want to start to get into the right body position. Good body position is going to be when your knees are bent and your back is really straight and your shoulders are up and your head is up. Like, that'll help it so you don't fall over one way or the other. Because if you lean too far back, you'll slip out on your heels and you'll fall. And if you lean too far forward, you'll slip out on your toes. So you just want to be really straight up and down with good bent knees. When you start to feel comfortable enough where you want to start to try surfing and let go of the rope, you're going to cut into the wake just a little bit and then pull yourself closer to the boat. And once you feel the line give slack, you'll kind of have a start to feel for where you need to be. You want to be in the middle of the wake. Like, you want to be in the middle from the boat to the whitewash of the wake. And then you also want to be in the middle from top to bottom. To control your speed and to keep that sweet spot, you put more weight on your front foot if you want to go faster, and to slow down, then you put a little bit of weight on your back foot. Once you start to feel that the spot where the rope will give up slack and the wave will actually start pushing you forward, you can kind of fool around just a little bit in there and put more weight on your front foot or back foot to feel where it is to surf. And then once you got that figured out, throw the rope in the boat, and then you'll be surfing. Once you're surfing, it's kind of like going downhill on a snowboard, because you're always going to be on the downside of that wave, so it can keep pushing you forward. And if you get too far outside the wake, then it won't push you anymore, and then you'll fall. And if you get too far up on it, then there's not going to be enough wave to push you forward. So you always want to be like right in front of that wave, so it can always keep pushing. Usually the ideal speed for surfing will be around 10 miles an hour. But depending on different boats and how much weight you put in there, you might want to go even up to 12 miles an hour, maybe even slower down to like 8. So anywhere between 8 and 12, you should be able to find a good curl to surf. Now that we've gone over some of the basics and you have an idea of how to go surfing, let's go surf. Let's go.
Wish you would run away with me, leave everything and live